There's a lot of it. Take your pick on where to start, but
is.
speak to literally everyone.
Because starting dialogue, I'm just gonna come over here, talk to the computer first. Yes.
Lord Captain, the machine spirit of this mechanism slumbers. Should you wish to awaken it, use the key of your blood.
Place your hand inside the servitor's maw.
Nom 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 nom.
Ow, that hurt.
The sacred mechanism is awake and ready to receive your request, Lord Captain.
Pascal has informed me that the system has encrypted data stored inside. I wish to know its contents.
Bloop blarp. Bweew. Stuff.
Stuff. What's going on?
The machine spirit has discovered numerous critical errors. The data is damaged. Registering an intact segment, the machine spirit has spoken. The worlds of Kiavagama and Dargonis hold certain data repositories. The mechanism is ready to provide the rogue trader with data keys that can unlock said repositories.
What data repositories?
That remains hidden. The encrypted databank belonged to the esteemed Theodora von Valancius. She was the only one who could have known about these repositories. Perhaps the former Ingenseer Prime could also have known. Omnissiah accept his code. If I were to propose a hypothesis, it would be most prudent of a figure as eminent as a rogue trader to store her classified data in receptacles most secure.
How do I accept these keys that you were talking about?
Blarp blarp. They will be transferred to you by means of an Elect-2 hypodermic tattoo.
Yep.
Put hand in mouth.
Tattoo?
Billy-loop.
Okay. Can you tell me anything else about these caches?
Bap. The Omnissiah favors you. The machine spirit is willing to commence the calculation procedure that could restore last data.
Restore the data located on Dargona.
Data restored. A single phrase. Litanies of demoted force. That is all it was able to salvage.
I am interested in the cache on Kiavagama.
Blessed are they Omnissiah steeds. Kiavagama repository. Security system guarding it. The machine spirit has recovered a code that will allow you to disable the defenses.
I have other things I need to ask you. Have the tech priest of the Adeptus Mechanicus been able to discern how the ship was able to start her warp engine?
It is no doubt that it was a miracle sent by the Omnissiah as a manifestation of his will, yet the Ingenseer Prime managed to perceive new logical connection within the streams of data. I am not privy to this connection, but the Ingenseer Prime will surely share this newly discovered knowledge with you in a detailed report.
Alright. Thank you. Goodbye. I have no clue who that was.
Random Ingenseer, IH 630.
I'm going to go talk to Yadira now. Have you recovered from your encounter with the false Theodora?
I'm not going to lie. I haven't. Maybe I never will. But I'm not hearing random voices anymore. And I haven't been calling anyone from the other side. No. All that's done with. After what you did for me, I can't let you down again.
Very well, Adira.
What you did being, allow her not to die.
Stop Argenta from killing her. The 3 times she tried to kill her.
She was in the right.
But she's a
She was
valuable member of the team.
That was literally conjuring a demon that killed however many people.
You make a good point. Very well, Adira. We will hope for the best.
Yes, sir, Lord Captain. We will.
Maybe I should have let her kill Adira. then I wouldn't have all the companions. I have learned that there are caches left by Theodora somewhere on Dargonis and Yavagama. Do you know anything about them?
Me? Not a clue, Lord Captain. I don't know who Lady Theodora would have told about a thing like that, but it definitely wasn't me. Why would you whisper that to me now? Why?
I think she knows something.
Lord Captain, I don't know anything about caches or Lady Theodora's secrets, but the voices have just reminded me about something. I was once given the chance to try some real wine. Lady Theodora gave me some. Not just any old synthetic booze, but her favorite plonk. She always drank it in her palace. It was golden in color, and its name was Flame of Purity. A silly name, but the flavor was so intense, and like nothing I'd ever tasted before or since. Apologies. It's probably not important, but I don't know anything more than that.
I just noticed there's an option to just kick her off the ship. Despite everything. Well, that's fine. I'll just take my leave. Later, dear.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Is there anyone that you recommend going to go talk to? No, I'm just going to come talk to Yarlet. I haven't talked to her yet. Strange and blasphemous things have started happening during the first warp board with you on board. The crews are whispering that you may be the reason. Is this true?
The minions of She Who Thirsts could sense
You weren't
my
waiting
soul
on me, were you?
behind the thick walls and thin veil
Um,
that separates
I
your
said a couple
fragile
things to you,
lives
that's all.
from the roiling fury outside. A child of Asurian that dared to wander beyond the veil.
I went to grab some sliders at me
within the
before this.
reach of an outstretched claw, protected only by the barrier of unreliable monkey technology. It is too tempting a quarry for the monsters that serve Cylon Thresh.
Wait, Cylon Thresh?
It's Slanesh. The Eldar have different words for things.
No, but this is the first time I've actually heard it pronounced, not just written out.
Yeah, it's
Our
Sai.
ships never venture beyond the veil. And I never traveled the way you do, monkey. Ilantak, I admit this was a novel experience. I lost composure, let dismay into my heart, and almost strayed from the path. This moment of hesitation drew the attention of She Who Thirsts. But I summoned my will and used the knowledge of meditation to achieve balance, and hide my soul behind an impenetrable wall of resolve. Future journeys beyond the veil will still be difficult, but I will steel my heart and not let the hounds of Cylon Thresh pick up my scent ever again.
How long ago did you finish talking?
Not very.
Cool. But falls abuzz with rumors about Thanos ravaging the sector. Do you think it could be your kin from Kitarach?
Is that snake venom seeping from your lips? We, the children of Azurian, are no strangers to the art of war. We are not raiders, or butchers, or least of all, fools. When a craft world is beset by
I
calamity,
smell lies.
its inhabitants do not start a war with every monkey in the sector.
I smell
If
lies.
you are looking for enemies, look for them elsewhere.
I'm pretty sure that one lady hated us because we weren't Eldari and were part of the monkey. What happened to your homeworld?
They preach understanding, yet they treat us like
It is a mystery
ants.
as inscrutable as the sigh of the last immortal, as deep as the waters
Well,
of
they're
a
not
dark
exactly
ocean.
wrong, because we just call them
And I can tell
Xenos.
you little, for I was far away.
Because they treat us like ants.
You call
We
everything that's
returned
not
at the
us
appointed
Xenos.
hour, but we did not find Kruderak in its celestial harbor. It happened many
All their
journeys
things
ago,
are evil and
or
banned
standard years,
because
as you
they're
say.
not human.
But I remember that moment as if it happened this very day.
Sir, I'll remind you that they literally
The
mind
memory
control
of
the
a
people of
loss
Janus.
is always stronger than the memory of a gain.
I forgot about
Especially
that.
when you lose something as significant as a
Thank you
home
for bringing it to my
or an
attention.
entire world.
I have no clue what he was talking about.
We searched. We called out. We looked everywhere. But we saw only emptiness and the echo of calamity. Countless days passed before I found myself on the Lilithon and met some of my kin. Those refugees who had barely managed to reach our ancestral planet. Their stories were far from being the fruit of truth I so badly craved. Those who agreed to talk to me were few, for most saw me as a wayward daughter who had spurned the honorable paths. And they would not stop babbling about a terrible disease that spread black tendrils of pain over the paths of the Infinity Circuit and deadened our world one segment after another. The ones who survived fled in fear and wandered between the stars, until the Lilithon's warm light reached out to some of them. Some, like Muaran, lay the blame entirely on Monkey. However, I do not know the truth, but I hope, I desperately hope and pray to the gods that someday it will be revealed to me.
Do they have a name for the Drukhari that's different from Drukhari?
I can't recall at this time.
What is an Infinity Circuit that you seem to care about?
They will say things like Dark Cousin and things like that.
Defining feature of the Monkey. Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses of my people so you can destroy another world of the children of Asurion? Forgive me, Elentark, but I am not ready to immerse you in the font of my people's deepest mysteries.
I feel like she hates me.
No. They're not good at peopling. To say the least.
Well, all Adari carry these missiles called spirit stones. Can you tell me what they are?
You are talking about something you cannot comprehend, Elentark.
Not good at people is a
Waystones are
good
not mere
descriptor,
trinkets
I
worn
feel.
by my people. They are something greater. From birth into the last breath, the Spirit Stone belongs only to its owner, serving as an ever-present reminder that we are mortal. For it is the first refuge of the mind and the last refuge of the soul, which Silent Thresh is so eager to devour. The souls of the children of Asurion move into the stones after death, and then they become a part of the Infinity Circuit on a craft world, so they can serve their people even when the body is gone. There is no crime more despicable than harming a Waystone and dooming the immortal soul of a child of Asurion to an eternity of torment in the maw of she who thirsts. We need Waystones as desperately as darkness needs starlight, and Monkey need air. And so we are bound to wander the galaxy in search of the old worlds that might give another craft world hope for existence. Each Monkey's heart is one of your lives. Each Waystone is the preserved soul of a child of Asurion.
How much of it is actually important? That it's not just lore things.
It's best just to go through it. Because sometimes it branches into an actual thingy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What was your world like before it fell? I know you said it was destroyed by the
cannot be
monkey.
described in your language. It can only be sung, encased in a filigree of sounds, a melody as complex and delicate as the Infinity Circuit, its energy network. It can be seen in the golden hues of sunlight, felt in the breath of celestial winds. Though it was an artificial world, it was just as alive as any real planet. But I must see clearly. Not only light, but also shadows. I yearn to remember only Krudarok's beauty, but it had a dark side too. My world was isolated for too long. Like a lake of stagnant water, there was no movement or renewal, and even the sweetest outbursts of life soon turned fetid. Who knows? Who knows? Had there been no stagnation, had our elders not been so blind in their dogmatism and our youths not lacking in courage, then perhaps Krudarok would still be alive even now?
How do your crossbows even work? Sounds like you make them from
Is
scrap.
idle curiosity a defining feature of the monkey? Or are you
No,
trying to learn
I
about
can't
the
tell you
weaknesses of my people,
things.
so you can destroy
Verbatim.
another world of
We'll
the
speak on
children
it
of
later.
Assyrian? Forgive me, Elentark, but I am not ready to immerse you in the font of my people's deepest mysteries.
I just want to know what you are, so we can not call you Senna.
You're an Eldari. They also gave you a specific name.
They gave me a specific name.
Her name. You're let something something make syllables.
I do not remember it. I don't think I should be able to remember it.
Well, something like Yearliet of blah 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 blah. But Yearlet just sounds better.
Mm-hmm. What can you tell me about the history of the Eldari, if you're going to tell me anything about it?
I am afraid your life is too fleeting, and your memory too feeble to encompass the entirety of my knowledge. My people ruled the stars when yours did not even have a name. But many of our songs and stories were lost, stolen by she who thirsts. I can tell you the children of Assyrian lived, created, caressed the stars as if they were pearls on a string, until Cylon Thresh smothered our empire in her terrifying embrace.
Bunch of weird frog things made him to fight the
Different
Necrons.
branches of the Eldari chose
And then they
different paths
fucked the
to
chaos got
salvation.
into existence.
My ancestors chose an eternal journey through the starry void.
Is that how Chaos Gods
living
come
on
into being?
craft worlds instead of
From
real
weird
planets.
frog things?
We rescued countless wonders from the days before.
I don't want to get
but
into all
far
that right
from
now.
all. You saw this
That's
on
not
the
a
Lilith.
no, and that's
Not
concerning.
even we can always master the gates our ancient ones built. This is the story of the Azuriani. There are branches that chose a different path, gruesome and frightening. But I do not wish to tell you about them. That is our dark side, just as your kin have many dark sides of their own.
You keep mentioning She Who Thirsts. What can you tell me about her?
Why ask this question? Is it idle curiosity, or something else? Do not turn your thoughts towards Cylon Thresh, whatever your motive. She is downfall. She is hunger. She is the enemy of all that is good in the universe. She is an enemy to the Eldari, and I hope to you as well.
The Chaos Gods are the enemies of the Imperium. They are my enemy.
Going dogmatic?
that dogmatic? That does sound dogmatic. Because they're talking with the Imperium.
Curiosity is curiosity, and this is my ship. Or just, yes, you're right, lady, I'll just shut up and be a quiet monkey.
But then she'll just continue disrespecting me, or at least she won't care about my opinion.
So nothing will change?
Yeah. I don't like dogmatic options. So there's nothing wrong with curiosity, idle or not. Knowledge is always a boon, including knowledge of one enemy.
It is the bait with which the enemy lures you in, urging you to come closer, one step after another. Be wary, Elantark. Your intentions may be noble, but they are sending you down a dangerous road.
I am worried that I'm going to tip over the edge of the dogmatic line. So I need to focus on more iconoclast options until I solidify
or just accept that maybe the Imperium had it right all along.
I can't do that. I've learned what I wanted to know. Thank you. You have my gratitude.
As you wish, Elantark.
You thought we were done?
Oh, there's still so many more options.
No, we have finished one.
I thought that was all of them.
We gotta do this for every character.
Oh, that's gonna take forever.
Yeah, it is.
So, hey, let me ask you some personal questions.
What do you wish to talk about?
How did you come to be on? No, I don't want to do that. Because she was born there, right?
No.
No? How did you come to be on Janet?
The children of Asurion sought shelter on the Lilithon after the demise of our craft world.
Right, Lilith.
Krudarok.
Janet.
I arrived later, looking for traces of my kin and hoping to learn the fate of my world. They witnessed the baneful ignorance of your breed and began to weave a web of their own intrigues in which I played the role of Vistensa Viat's aide. And then you appeared.
Wait, the craft world spaceship?
Yes.
I thought it was just an
It's a
artificial
really
planet.
big spaceship. It's a really big spaceship.
That has a different meaning to it. That means they can just move it about as they wish if they need to.
Because they normally need.
Sorry, I just clicked on the word craft world. I got distracted by that.
Big spaceship.
So tell me about yourself. Who were you before you came to Janet?
I followed my path. Do you know what a path is to the children of Asurion?
No?
It is more than a chosen, what do you call it, craft. The path is how each of us moves through the labyrinth of existence, inside and out, in life and in spirit. It is both a journey and a fortress. It protects us from she who thirsts. To stray from the path is to fall into her dark embrace. The first path I walked was the path of awakening. It granted me the ability not merely to look, but to see, and to take notice of what I saw. My second path could have been that of a warrior, but I chose differently. For the ability to see called me beyond the boundaries of my homeworld. Though not everyone was pleased by this decision, I stepped onto the path of the outcast. I gained the freedom to choose, to question, to doubt where the others merely bow before the wisdom of a Farseer who dictates the will of destiny. And I will follow my path until I reach its pinnacle.
Sounded like a designated purpose at first. But
Eldari are very custom driven. They are what people think the Imperium is. Meanwhile, the Drukhari are what people think chaos is.
So they're just a reflection of chaos versus the Imperium?
It's more the
in an alien manner.
harsh order where there can be nothing left outside of it, and harsh disorder where the very concept of it is nothing outside of might makes right.
That makes plenty of sense to me.
As such, Craftworld Aldari are like, it's my path, I do this thing. Everything I do is around this thing that is ordained. As opposed to Drukari, which is like, man, I want to wear fish hooks and rip that guy's skin off. Because it'll be fun.
And because he's stronger than them, I can do that because it's fun.
Yeah.
Whereas Daldari will get to the end of the path and then decide to change it.
And then hear somebody say, hey, yo, this is a dumb idea. And they'll, like, shun them. And no one will do anything. Because they're all immobilized by the Farseer's future sight that they can't look in front of them with their eyes.
So they wholly listen to whatever their leader being the Farseer, sees or says or tells them to do.
That's the idea.
I see. So what is it like being on my ship? Where
I may have stolen some papers from Henrik's desk. Don't tell him.
It feels like I am in
I'm
the
sure he
belly
did
of a bird with steel wings. Cold and unliving.
I don't believe that to be true, sir.
Blazing through the dark. It lacks life with its light and beauty.
But must really hate her.
Although your vessel cannot even remotely be compared to a craft world,
whenever you pick up
strangely satisfied.
certain characters, you can literally tell him to take them away.
And dwell on craft worlds. To find myself on a moving world again, even one such as yours, is a source of much joy.
And we'll meet the others later.
And I haven't met anybody else that would follow under the Inquisition.
But you can do so and get some free dogmatic points.
Oh, cool. That sounds great. I'll absolutely be doing that when the time comes.
You won't have to level them up anymore.
Okay, that's
that hint of wait a minute.
Because I already just
the
go
words of
through
truth
and level
sound
up.
like music. This is what our people say.
Go through and level up Adira all the time, and I hate it. Tell me about your kin and your homeworld.
God, Irelette, Jay, Pascal, double checking everybody else, but those three haven't even been touched.
No, we haven't really talked to Pascal either. You said Pascal.
Henrik.
Or Henrik.
Also, maybe
we
not.
Are but traveling
God,
companions who
I won't
happen
be
to
here
be
for a bit.
following the same road among the stars.
At least
Do
they're
not
all
even try
voiced.
to get under my skin.
Whoa, we get to sit here and wait.
Yeah.
Instead of voicing it with about the same amount of time cost.
So sometimes you just paraphrase, and that works.
I wouldn't do it for these. These are like their characters things, you know? These are the bits where you're like, I'm supposed to like them or not. And those are better the entirety. Instead of just, here's a necessary bit of information. Cool, let's move on.
Yeah, this is what defines who they are and how they are. Am I still unworthy of discussing your world and your kin? Okay.
Yes. Fucking monkey, what the fuck you asking? You'll get it later, or you won't.
We'll find out. What do you think is happening on Janus right now? I'm pretty sure there's an uprising.
The Lilithon is purifying herself of the corruption brought by the servants of Cylon Thrash. Gardens and birds, animals and people. Many are gone forever.
Now you gave it to the AdMech.
And even more are corrupted beyond healing. But the
Alright.
Lilithon is stronger. This world will live.
We went back and killed that lady.
You gave it to the Magos biologist, remember? So it should be fine.
Yeah, no secret government here. Continue.
Under the watchful eye of my kin, the Lilithon could have regained her freedom, perhaps even awoken from her centuries of slumber. Could have. But now we will never know.
Okay, but they were crazy and wanted to kill us all. Or mind control us.
That's not... She's a little biased, sir.
They were servants of this salon trash. Why did
Not toss that accusation, sir.
I mean, she claimed that herself, that they were servants of salon trash.
No, those were the corrupted monkey that were ruling it. Not her people. The Aldari.
No, he's just claiming that the governor was a servant of salon trash, not the Aldari.
Mm-hmm.
I will understand her rise and not meant that thing further than I already have. Why did you agree to join me, Join me. Is it not strange for an authority to be following a human?
The outcasts my path led me to had a saying. Let me translate it for you. If you fall off a cliff, grab the roots and do not ask if they belong to a weed or a noble rosebush. You are the root I grabbed, Ilantak, because I fell off a cliff. My homeworld is gone. My kin are either dead or hiding no one knows where. By joining forces with you, I may be able to nurture a seedling of the truth I so deeply yearn for.
I was not paying attention.
Yeah, please pay attention.
I
Don't
was
click
not
those.
paying attention. I was about to just take the next one. I'm just gonna take my leave now. Please stay on my ship.
Yeah, don't step on those mines.
I'm gonna make a save
I refuse.
because I realized I don't want to just fumble and kick someone off for no reason.
The ice. Okay, it's moving away.
Captain.
Hey, blah.
Oh, I'd kick you out too. I hear you and Cassie exchanged words recently. What happened?
And who brought this piece of news to you, I wonder?
I don't know.
Then again, I have nothing to hide from you. Of late, the helmsmen have been going off course with increasing frequency, and the reports are full of contradicting accounts. The problem continued, even after several demotions were handed out, so I took it upon myself to investigate.
Okay.
I was astonished to learn that our Lady Navigator has been amending entries in the ship's log, and the officers have been keeping silent on her orders. I immediately demanded an end to the outrageous conduct, and I reprimanded Lady Cassia in front of the officers. She greeted my words with silence, and then quickly departed. I should not have acted thus. I never even found out what drove her to do it.
As long as you're reflecting on your act, that is fine. I do not understand what's going on.
Sir, she was mending the ship's log. She was going into what was happening and changing it.
She probably had her reasons.
Perhaps.
I'll go ask
But
her
we don't
about it
know
in a
what
second.
they are.
That's why we have to go ask. Go find out what
Just
they
nothing
were.
to be mad at it about, though.
So, Abelard, I've discovered that there are caches left by Theodora somewhere on Darkonis and Yavagama. Do you know anything about them? Considering how close you are to Theodora.
It is wise for a rogue trader to have caches where they can
That
safely
sounds
store
like a no.
important information. And utterly unwise to share the coordinates of such caches with anyone, even one's most trusted associates. I'm afraid I do not know how to find the caches, but I can offer some help. Your predecessor used this numeric code to deactivate certain defense systems in her service. If I know Lady Theodora as well as I think, then I'm quite certain that she left her caches well guarded. In that case, this code will be useful to you.
Oh?
It'll just
Oh, nothing.
be another dialogue option.
Do I need to talk to him again?
Lord Captain.
No, like whenever we find the things.
Lord Captain.
Hey, Miss Master, do you have anything? Your lines aren't voiced. I forgot about that. My personal
Well, that's
log-
just her, like, hello there.
Yeah. No, I wasn't saying you should read her. I just forgot that she didn't have a voice
Okay.
in general. My personal log
Even
say
though
that
they
this-
are the Boxmaster.
Yeah. She should have the loudest voice. The ship's box system malfunction. Can you tell me why?
Lord Captain, the Vox system is functioning as expected and no communication problems have been reported by any of the crew. Please allow me to check the system's calibration settings in your presence to alleviate any concerns you may have about its performance. Bloop blap. Crackle crackle. Ah, finished. No issues detected. System is working as expected.
Thank you for your service. Like you're stolen on.
Lord Captain.
And the dialogue. Why was she confused?
There's also the rumors option. Because you're like, hey, your ship's... Hey, the fucking... The Vox system's broken. She's like, nah. Nah. What the fuck you talking about?
See, yeah, no, that
You
explains
didn't
that.
hit her for the rumors. You didn't hit Argenta for this future site either.
Argenta or Theodora or
Idea.
Idira.
Idea.
I assume to be the same.
Why? We're in chapter 2 now.
We're in chapter 2? Since when?
Since after Record Minors.
Oh, right. I guess I'll go hit that.
Rumors.
I didn't hit rumors because I went to the journal to go look at rumors.
Rumors.
So, are there any rumors?
No.
No. Okay.
Get out of here.
Yeah. No, I hit J to go to the journal to go look at rumors. Instead of actually asking her about rumors, which was the whole reason why I went to go talk to her. Has my future changed, Ira?
All right, let's hear what they're whispering about you. Hmm?
Sir, it's that sound we keep hearing, but louder.
Half open door. I thought it was only open to crack.
Another
different
road.
thing.
The road begins at the threshold of the expanse and leads to the bowels of the emerging world.
Reading the threads of fate is not meant for you, slave of the enthroned corpse. Step
Sir?
into the embrace of doom, for thus
Sir?
was preordained by the architect of fates.
Sir?
That isn't normal.
That's
Sir?
I swear on everything that's holy. I don't know what the second road is or who watches over it, but I beg you, stay away from it.
Okay, bye-bye.
She just started spitting up maggots, apparently.
Blech.
That melt and turn into smoke. Okay.
Guess they weren't real. Just like all the demons.
Okay. Bye.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Yeah.
Default goodbye. Oh man, there's also Capella.
She's gonna cut herself real quick. Yeah.
Well, if you walk away and come back, she's gonna do it again.
I don't want to talk to
I
her.
think you enjoy this.
I don't want to talk to her.
Cabella's okay.
Hey, Heinrich, how are you doing? Oh, you have nothing to say to me.
I'm afraid that all of my dialogue is connected with the other quest and the start of the game. Sorry.
That's upsetting. Oh well. I'll come back later. Hey, Uwe, how are you? Can you talk now?
Weep whoop. He's happy. He's confused. He's repeating dialogue.
He is repeating dialogue. I just wanted to read this. It was replaced with a silver-plated box implant.
Oh yeah, she got him something that looks nice.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Oh, that's kicking her off the ship. Cool. If I kicked her off the ship, would we have a navigator?
They'll
Could we
find some
board?
NPC.
Okay. I have heard rumors that you're not getting along well with the crew. Can you tell me why?
Panic flashes in her ruby red eyes, and your heart starts beating a little faster while your hands go cold.
Not here. I'm begging you. Aren't noblemen supposed to discuss such things away from the servants?
Ah. Then let us go to my study, where no one will disturb us. So we can
Then lead the way,
talk
and
about...
I will answer all of your questions.
What is it you wanted to talk about, Lord Captain? I have nothing to say to your unfounded accusations about my conflicts with the crew. I cannot recall me having a single quarrel with any of your people during my entire time aboard. You see, they didn't want to voice this, and whenever they're on the bridge, they have to have a voice. So now we're here, in a different load area.
That's the only reason why they brought us here, so they didn't have to voice all of it.
Yeah.
Wait, you rebuking a messenger?
Very possible.
She had falling out with Jay?
Very possible.
Okay.
Why do we have so many birds?
That's a really good question. Is what I was going to say for last, because it was a really good question. But since you've mentioned it, there's 100 different types of birds that are just sitting around. Why?
Admittedly, I am at a loss myself. The day we arrived on Footfall, I sent a request to the ship's quartermaster and asked him to bring me a songbird. But he never asked for clarification, and shortly before we left, I had a countless number of cages delivered to me, all wrapped in bright red panic, with flickering tints of fear. And there was a bird in every one. I was excited, though. I thought I would have 100 friends instead of just one. They were squeaking so piteously I let the poor things out, and fed them my breakfast and dinner. But the stupid ones wouldn't stop chittering even after bedtime. They were dashing about the room, smacking me in the face with their wings and defecating everywhere. I became angry, and suddenly they started pecking at each other's eyes and attacking me. Then I became afraid, and they fell over dead. I do not think I want to keep pets anymore.
Forgot that all her emotions affect literally everything around her,
Yes.
which includes animals and creatures, and she is afraid herself. She'll just scare things to death.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. You have been willfully changing entries in the ship's log and forbidding officers from reporting it to Ep22.
I beg to differ. I read numerous books on Astronatars and can swear on House of Celia's honor that your officers are entering the data in complete contravention of regulation. False terms, random distances between lines, spelling mistakes, and even the simplest of words. I spent my last few cycles correcting the latest log entries, and I thought it would please Master Abelard, as he is so fond of order.
Are you dyslexic?
And yet the Seneschal did not appreciate my efforts, for some reason called them an outrage. Even though mere days before he had been swaddling me in warm yellow words. I noticed all your people do this when they are expressing sympathy. I merely wanted to repay the Seneschal with the same courtesy. Perhaps he finds my friendliness off-putting?
You must have had quite the falling out. Miss J, she's threatening to kill you. Yes, she's threatening to kill you for some reason.
We didn't... That is our private business. The issue was between me and Lady J. Lord Captain, please pay it no heed. We made our peace long ago, and I will have you know, no one threatened me. Your information is incorrect.
I'm pretty sure he talked to a messenger. The messenger rebuked, butchered his own family, and then killed himself.
I haven't rebuked a single errand boy on this ship. Wait, I think I remember a kind young man with a shy smile and skillful fingers with too much rotten oak around his shoulders. I grew tired of the disgusting color and advised him to lighten his burden by casting the weight off his shoulders. He did not come the next day. Or ever.
He doesn't know how to people, is what I'm understanding. Which makes sense since she was locked away for so long.
Well, she's very good at peopling, actually. But she has issues with her own emotional control.
She can see the emotions of people, but doesn't mean she knows how to actively interact with them as if she could it.
She knows them and understands them, but they're not so great with dealing with them.
Mm-hmm. During the warp voyage, you gave the wrong orders, led to the vessel shifting off course, and the service bay being destroyed.
I saw something in the warp. Something vast, predatory, shimmering with indescribable colors. It came from nowhere and stared at the ship with hundreds of hungry eyes, right there in our path. I decided to change the course while it was still possible, but did not want to sow panic. Would it have been better to tell the crew we were heading straight into a monstrous gaping maw?
Okay, fair. That's her job. That's what she's supposed to do. The officers are reluctant to the quarter next to your chambers because the constant emotional outbursts it caused. Some even maim themselves and others.
I already told you I cannot control my abilities. What else do you want from me? Will I be assigned a pariah chaperone? Or will you put me in suppressing shackles?
I think I've heard enough from you.
Will you share your thoughts? Go to your room and stay there forever.
You have a kind soul, but difficulty reaching out to people. I could teach you the art of communication if you'd like. Sorry, I realized I didn't read any of the other ones.
It's like you're reading that one awfully quickly, and I know how long it takes for you to read.
I'm sorry. That's the one that seemed the most yes to me. So that's the one I read first. And that's the one I'm going.
That would be wonderful. My education on Ep 5 was cut short, but I had realized by then that the wisdom of books is a poor substitute for the wisdom of experience. Very well. Since we are done with this misunderstanding, I would like to change the subject. It should only be fair for me to ask you a few questions now, wouldn't it? Do not mistake me. I'm not going to accuse you of anything. It's just that you're the most worthy interlocutor. What the fuck is that word? Interlocutor? As in locutus interlock? Fuck, okay. Interlocutor on the entire ship. And you're always so busy.
Oh, what would you like to ask?
I read a treatise by Pius de Mobis very recently, who claimed that subjects would never believe the new ruler was better than the old one, unless the old one had been a tyrant. No matter the circumstances, the lowborn rabble become deluded about their prospects and revel in favor of their base desires. What do you make of that?
These are so many words. On just unwarranted laws that gradually as you would shift the bed of a flooded river, and no one will ever take power from it, is the lower imperium. Commerce says lower the tax. Buy their happiness by lowering tax. Give them things.
Yeah, give them money.
Persuasion is you have to convince them that sovereign that they want you to abuse their power? And bless their baby? And then 4 is the flirty option. Okay.
It was staring into her eyes. They picked a couple, they do not know which ones. I'm afraid I don't know that, man.
Yeah. So, lore, Imperium, your interpretation of this classic text is not entirely correct. The subjects have grown accustomed to the ruling house. All the sovereign must do is refrain from breaching long-standing tradition. Adjust unwanted laws as gradually as you would shift the bed of a flooded river. And no one will ever take your power from you.
Because you're not doing anything with it.
No, you're just slowly manipulating them so they don't notice that there's any change.
Indeed. I was not wrong about your merits, or your ability to hold a conversation. I hope my second question does not confound you either.
Why are you asking so many questions? I say despite asking you like 5 just now.
It's my turn. According to the 20 tomes penned by the preacher the Forgotten, mercy and cruelty go through the world hand in hand, but people flock to only the one pan on the scales. Would you rather inspire fear in your followers, or be magnanimous and choose awe?
This time they're all reliant on me. The last time I was able to use Airless to help.
I think that was Jay that you ended up
It
using.
was Jay that I ended up using. I'm not afraid of acquiring a reputation for ruthlessness. I don't want to do that. I will exercise restraint.
Crush the rebellions. Destroy them all. Restraint and leniency.
Test this
All the
decision
one
and
that I
mistrust
feel
are
like
in the-
might go along.
What? Wait, what were you saying?
Well, I'm looking at the chances and I'm thinking I know what's going to end up happening here.
You know that I'm going to go choose the fellowship one because that will give me the best chance of success.
Ah, so if you read it, it's not bad.
One must be a tyrant, a friend, and a jester to one's subject. What matters is that to clearly discern which role is required at a given moment.
There is much power in your words. Power that makes me want to join you. I understand now why your subjects are eager to follow you. 106 experience.
That's quite a bit of experience for such an easy option.
I admit, I was afraid we were too different, and yet you helped me realize I can be candid with you.
Oh, please,
Good, that's enough. Stop speaking.
please do continue. Just tell me everything you have to say now so I don't have to come back to you later.
We have to get all this done in one big burst. I must confess that sometimes I can hardly bear the burden the house has placed upon me. I feel I am not doing my best. Tell me how you, heir to a protectorate, can bear the responsibility for billions of lives day after day and not stoop under all the weight.
It's not always easy, but I try to lead the dynasty toward prosperity by worthy means.
Thank you for your patience, Simon. You are helping me to see the world in different colors. A novel experience for me. Our conversations hold a special place in my heart. Allow me to bid you farewell for now. I'm heading back to my chambers to consider today's conversation.
Okay. Gonna leave me here.
Yes.
This is not where I was just a minute ago. This is not where I want to be.
But we still got ghosts, so don't worry about it.
I think a bath will get rid of
Hey.
the ghosts.
Got a new Xeno hat. Probably not, but maybe.
You have a new Xeno hat.
I think I saw Medina smash that guy's body in half. Oh, and a Forge Fiend.
Oh, we took his head too.
Excellent. Just keep collecting heads.
I will try anything at this point to see if it will fix things. So I'm just gonna take a bath real quick. Hey, prepare me a bath.
But which companion are you bringing in here with you? And no, I'm not joking. As a matter of fact, you should do this with everyone. There are no repercussions.
I really should do this with everyone at some point.
There is no repercussions.
Hi.
You've also never done the relax bit.
No, I have not.
Do that one first.
Do something less. Because that ends it.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, relax and close your eyes. Blah, blah, blah. I'm relaxing.
Troubles, worries, loss, such
That's
things
all
do
I got.
not belong in this newly established dominion of tranquility. There are only the infinite waters of weightlessness, in which, stripped of all things superficial, the mind of Simon von Valancius drifts in silent bliss. It is a conscious mind. What fills this consciousness?
Thoughts of those who keep him afloat in this water. Who will drown? Who will he manage to pull to the surface?
The strands of fate are fragile, yet woven together they are strong. No one will be forgotten.
I wish to see someone from my retinue.
Who you want?
Cassia, I want her to paint my portrait.
That's like the one that's a hard sell.
What do you mean?
She's the one person that's like, but you're bathing.
Yeah, but she could paint me a picture.
But you're bathing.
The perfect time for a picture. Eurolette might try to stab me. You know what? Heinrich and Argento might try to stab me as well. But Cassia, I want her to paint me a portrait.
I hope your stats are ready.
I hope so too.
Lord Captain, it is most improper for us to be conversing in your bath chamber. I cannot believe you want me to paint a picture of you disrobed. I
Oh.
can't. It's scandalous. This goes beyond every standard of decency.
There's a minus 60 modifier here.
You have done this to yourself, sir. I told you not to.
You're right, I have. And there's nothing I can do to get this positive or succeed. Oh well. Do you mean to tell me that my body is more hideous than all the horrors of the warp? After all, you do not shy away from... If I say, perhaps the fourth one, do I get a chance later on?
Maybe.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe this was not a good idea.
I wish you a pleasant bath, Lord Captain.
I'll call for her later. You too, get in here. I require company and pleasant conversations.
You mean
Is
us,
this
your
an soldier?
lordship?
Oh, hi, Medina.
Hello.
There is no need to be shy. Relax with me for a moment.
Orders received, your lordship. We will commence relaxation immediately. They sit down and have tepid.
They're very awkward about it.
What would you like to speak about, your lordship? We await your orders.
Tell me about yourself. Do you have other responsibilities besides guarding these chambers?
For hundreds of years, our clan has been responsible for ensuring the road trader's safety during times of leisure and relaxation. I guard the bath chamber just as my grandmother did before me. She trained me herself and instructed me in my duties. This bath chamber can be more dangerous than a battlefield sometimes. You can slip on a wet tile, choke, and drown. If the water's too hot, you can burn yourself, and too cold, then you can freeze. There have even been cases where angry machine spirits have released sparks of their fury into the water. And of course, numerous assassination attempts.
It is reassuring to know my enforcers are prepared for anything.
We live to serve, your lordship. We'll keep you safe.
What do you do in your free time?
When off duty, we train, maintain our equipment, and pray at regulation improvement intervals. If we do have some time to ourselves, we might play some Tantalo, and Bran over here carves things out of soap scrapes. Though for the most part, we barely get enough time for rest, let alone leisure.
I demand a demonstration, Bran.
Or? Chop, 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 chop.
Oh, wow. I will have this place in my study. Such a great soap.
Now worthy of such an honor. Thank you, Lordship.
Seem tense. The orders are to enjoy some of this food in Amstead. Relax.
Food they eat.
You may relax here until I'm finished bathing.
We'd consider it a great honor, your lordship, but please do not tell the master-at-arms who joined your ablutions. Mistress Sourback will beat us bloody if she finds out.
Finish the application. Be revitalized. That time is over and I still have to warm it up.
Hush. Damn it. It wasn't there for me yet.
I knew they were coming back. I had hoped that they would. At least it's not.
Alright, we still got a lot to go through, but we're at about an hour. I'm making a cut. Fuck off.
You don't want to make it all one episode?
Nah.
Alright. Part 1 and part 2 it is.